get some housekeeping out of the way. Is Marchenko out?
You still got to make that decision. It's going to be a tough one. So the league rule says 20 players. We had a good chat with our forwards today. It's crystal clear. Can only dress 12. So we're going to make some hard decisions. We told them this morning that it's all about performance. It's the NHL. It's not great for some of them because sometimes we're going to make decisions that they don't deserve to sit out. But we're healthy, and we have guys in the American League that are pushing. We have guys that are producing right now. So we met with all of them, and it's going to be about practice habits, gym habits, being a good teammate, and performance in the game. And sometimes nobody will deserve to sit out, but we'll have to make some tough decisions. So we still have to make that decision.
Overall, that's a good thing, though, right, for the team?
That's where we want to be. For an organization, we want that competition. It's got to be healthy, and it's got to be clear as far as why we make those decisions with the players. I don't like secret plays. I don't like to surprise the players. But it's a great position for the team, yes.
And last one, goalie tonight.
This one, we're still thinking about it, so it's going to be game time decision.
Pascal, you've got extra defensemen as well. Can you speak to why that's been more stable, maybe than the in and outs of the forwards?
They don't if you look at performance, gym habits, practice habits. We don't necessarily are trying to. We're not looking for it. We're not looking to make changes. It's just, I've said that in training camps, the players will dictate how we coach. And so far, we feel our D-core has been playing well, and it's all about the process, right? The wins and the loss matter in that decision, but it's not the only component. And we feel our 6D are playing well enough to stay in the lineup and everything else. I mean, our two extra D-men are working hard, and they're trying everything they can to come back in the lineup, and that's their job right now. A little bit of patience, but we know they're good defensemen, and once they're in, then that's going to be their job to keep that spot.
How much does this Islanders team test you in terms of center play as deep as they are down the middle?
Yeah, it's a team that right now they're playing fast. There's no... They don't spend much time in their D zone. That's a veteran team, a big physical team. They have big bodies. They play a north-south game, so that's going to be a good challenge for us.
A different question here, just in the wake of the Shane Pinto story that's emerged the last couple of days. Is that a wake-up call for players? Have you talked to players about that? Not his case specifically necessarily, but about
what case?
Shane Pinto with the 41-game suspension.
So we received a memo from the league before the season started, and everybody's aware. I haven't addressed it with the team myself, but that's something they're all aware because we've received a memo. So it's it is. It's just too bad for the young man. I've read that he's accountable for the mistake, so that's a good sign. But you don't want to see that from any players in the league.
Coach, how would you assess Adam Fantilli through the first 7 games that you've seen him?
We are very impressed. He's skating hard. I guess the best way to answer you is, first of all, his maturity level is off the chart. He came in here, and usually, a lot of times, I should say, young players will show up at camp and they're a little bit impressed. Like they're seeing the big names, the guys that they've been watching on TV for years, and they show up. And it takes some time for some of those young players to get used to be a teammate of them. He showed up here with a lot of confidence, but not cocky. Just he came in that dressing room and he felt that I'm going to be one of your teammates and I'm going to be a good teammate. So that kind of confidence that he had was really impressive at first. Came to development camp. He was one of our best player on the ice, if not the best player on the ice. Went to the rookie tournament, did extremely well, and then showed up here and he fit in right away. So he's very mature, not only mentally but also physically, and that's part of it. And people mature at different times in their life physically. He's physically ready to play at this level, and he's got a chip on his shoulder. He's got some intensity. There's an intensity about him. But what I like the most is he wants to be the guy that makes a difference. And he's only just turned 19 years old, so he's got that mindset that he wants to be a driver. He wants to be a leader, and he's got the skills and the size to do it. So it's we've been very impressed.
Pascal, Alex Texier is somebody who hasn't hit the score sheet yet, but it seems like he's still making an impact in different areas of your game.
Yeah.
What have you been able to notice from him 7 games in after the coming back here?
Real good training camp. His speed is, you can tell every game he's creating turnovers, he's creating chances. If Texier didn't have any scoring chances, I'd be worried, but I'm not, because he's having chances. It's just a matter of that puck crossing the red line and getting into the net. So it's he's doing a lot of good things. So for him, it's a battle right now, right? So he's an offensive kind of guy. He plays well defensively, 200-foot kind of player, but he's not producing right now. So that's going to test him a little bit as far as staying confident. But we speak to him daily, and it's the process is right. So once that's right, good things will come. But he showed up at camp in real good shape. He's been really good during training camp. He's still very good for us. It's just unfortunate that he hasn't produced yet, but the chances are there, and he's doing a lot of good things. And he's also part of our penalty kill, and he's doing a great job there.
Not to go player by player through your roster, but Emil Bemstrom is a guy who's producing for you. How much better of a player is he when he plays with confidence?
Yes, so he's done it in the past. He's been a guy that could score goals at key times in the past. We just haven't seen it here at the NHL level yet. But so far, we're seeing it. But for Bemstrom, it's not only scoring goals. Yes, he's been producing. His shot is as good as anyone else. We know that. But he's fighting for loose pucks. He's tracking hard. He's blocking shots. He knows his assignments. And sometimes, for some players, the type of game you want to play, it benefits them. I think for Bemstrom, it's the style of play we're trying to play. It fits his abilities, natural abilities. So that's also a component to it. But we know he trained really hard this summer. Again, another guy that's doing making the right decisions as far as being a professional. Showed up at camp, had a good camp. Because he was on the outside looking in, right, when we started the season, and he's just forcing ourselves. Again, they make the decisions. They really do. The way they play, the way they perform, they make the decisions. And for Bemstrom, he's just forcing us to play him. And what happened in the past, there's nothing we can do about it. What we can do is, what are you doing today, and how are you going to help our team tomorrow? And he's helping our team right now. He's confident. He's playing hard, but it's beyond the scoring. It's his intensity when he doesn't have the puck as well.
Kind of building off what you're talking about with Texier and the scoring, you have a number of guys that are kind of in that boat right now.
Yeah.
Johnny Gaudreau,
Yes.
some other ones who are big names.
Yeah.
They're getting scoring chances. Maybe the finish isn't there right now. How much of it is just kind of a matter of time? Is that kind of how you approach something?
Same
like
with
this?
Johnny. It's last game, right in the dangerous area, shoots the puck, goes under the arm, hits the post. The puck goes in like it's a goal, and we don't talk about this today. He's got his chances. But you can look at it from different angles. To me, we're still generating points, and those guys are not scoring. Once they start clicking, they're going to click, right? As long as they're doing the right process. And so it's it's good to see that some other guys can take charge as far as producing, but Johnny has his chances every game. So is Texier. So I'm not worried about that at all, and not at all.
Thank you.
All right.